Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's your boy El Tiger, and today I'm going to be talking about One Punch Man and the issues I had with S-Class heroes. But before I get into everything all that, make sure to join my Discord if you want to ask me any sort of questions or anything anime related, and make sure to join my community for all those that do want to support me. And I will also be posting up merch that was created with my big bro. His content's pretty cool, his merch is pretty cool. Make sure to check that out. We appreciate. Links are in the description down below. Now let's get on this. The reason why you hit the thumbnail. Like and subscribe for One Punch Man content, and let's just hop right into it. To not lose the positioning for each S-Class hero, I'm just gonna go in order of where the manga put them. So in 17th, they put Puri Prisoner. Honestly, this character, in my personal opinion, the only issue I really have with him is that he's just mad weird. There's no other way to explain it. He's just incredibly weird. How are you a hero yet in jail for majority of the series? How are you a hero yet forcing others to become your boyfriend and then kill those said boyfriends by accident? If you telling me that's just natural, that think you got some issues, homie. But my main issue with Puri is that he's just mad weird, and honestly, it's kind of hard to call him a hero in my personal opinion. In 16, which is Tank Top Master, honestly, I don't really have any major issues with Tank Top. I feel like he kind of overestimates himself, but I don't really think that's really that big of a deal. So I just skip him realistically. 15, we have Metal Bat. Metal Bat has some pretty wicked feats. We will talk. The only issue I have with Metal Bat is his need to have to be pumped up to really exert majority of his power. How I interpreted that is basically you need to be in the zone to fight much heavier, much stronger characters, which is like, it's kind of in my personal opinion, I think that's kind of bad. Like if you need to like pump yourself up every 2 seconds just so you can fight someone that's much stronger, um, I feel like that's a huge issue, especially if that guy is incredibly stronger. He should just be one tapping him from the get go. But if he does have time to pump himself up, then he can actually go 1v1s for a long period of time, which is nice and all, but I still find it kind of stupid that he needs to pump himself up if he has to go against like dragon level threats. So next, Genos. Genos, realistically, I don't have any issues with Genos because Genos is one of the characters that always shows himself to be able to improve. So honestly, Genos goated. I already made a video on how goated that homie is. Go check that out. How far has Genos come? One of my favorite videos. But moving on to Watchdog Man, for number 12. Watchdog Man is a pretty powerful character, being one of the few that was able to contend against the beginning of Monster Goro and actually being able to get him out his city, which is pretty impressive. But the only issue I have with Watchdog Man is no matter what's going on, we just know he's not gonna leave his city. Like he's made that perfectly clear, even if like the whole country's on the line, he's not gonna leave his city, which to me is kind of annoying. It's kind of like Captain America, even though he defends America. There's times in the comics where, when the Earth is on the line, he has no problem going to a different country to solve the issue, right? I feel like they definitely could have helped during like the last arc when we had Lord Orochi and all these other different dragon level threats. I definitely think Watchdog Man can have helped, but he was basically like, no, I'm not coming, which is my main issue with him. But besides that, I guess he's an alright character. In number 11, Darkshine. Darkshine is one of the characters that's shown to be incredibly good with his physique and very impressive in terms of defense. My main issue, I think, or all main issue with him is that it's his confidence. The second his confidence goes down, all of his strength, I guess you can say, just goes down the drain, which is really just terrible. I feel like if he just keeps his confidence up, it would have been pretty good. But the fact is that the second goes down just a slight bit, and then he just goes downhill, which is kind of stupid. That's my main issue with him. Moving on to Pick Guard. I really don't have any problems with Pick Guard. I don't really think he's done anything wrong or anything in that sense. So I'm skipping my man's Pick Guard. Pick Guard is, goated character. So we have Drive Knight. Drive Knight is a cyborg just like Genos, and realistically, the only problem I have with Drive Knight is that he's a very technical, calculated fighter. Therefore, he's very well known to waiting and waiting and waiting. Even if a hero is in danger, he would not just full on straight up attack. He will wait until he can find a weakness. Even if he knows this villain or whatever opponent he's going against is weaker than them, he would never underestimate them, which is a pretty good factor. But the fact that he's even willing to wait, even if heroes are in danger or when civilians are in danger, as long as he's able to grow from it, he's just like, I don't really care, which doesn't necessarily fit the definition of a hero. That's my real issue I have with Drive Knight. Um, I guess in power he's pretty cool, but you know, as a hero, I don't know if he 100% fits the definition. In eighth, we have Zombie Man. Realistically, I really don't have any issues with Zombie Man. I really like him as a character. I think he tries his best as a hero. I really like his regenerative capabilities, and I definitely like his weaponry. It's pretty powerful in its own right. Yeah, I really just don't have any issues with Zombie Man. He's probably one of the few on this list that I don't. Moving on from Zombie Man, we have King. King, he's the GOAT. If you disagree, then you're just crazy, realistically. King's pretty goated. Moving on to Meta Knight. Meta Knight, in my opinion, the only issue I have with him is that he's just mad sus. He's been very much implied since the beginning of the series to be a villain. It's even implied that he might have given information to the Monster Association. He's just been playing both sides. That's very much implied. How are you going to be playing both sides when you're supposed to be a hero? He's mad sus. That's the only issue I have with him. You can't be playing both sides when you're a hero. Realistically, moving on to Child Emperor. Child Emperor is a pretty cool character. He's basically the Tony Stark of the OPM Force, realistically. And the only issue I have with him is that he just needs to have more confidence in himself. But I think he eventually does during the end of the Monster Association Force Hero arc. When Zombie Man comes back and he sees that he's grown. So I guess you can say past issue, but besides that, he's pretty goated. Moving on to Atomic Samurai. Atomic Samurai, goated character. Definitely like how he has his students in the number 1, 2, 3 bracket for rank A. Solid character. Really like how he got a huge growth in the last arc with his brand new blade. Realistically, I don't have any issues with Atomic Samurai. I hope we can see him grow more. And yeah, I'm really excited for his character. Moving on to Bang. Realistically, same thing. I don't have an issue with Bang. Uh, I like his arc with Garo and how it ended, and how Garo is going to take his title for the heroes. I like him. He's perfect. Yeah, so number 3, number 4, Atomic Samurai and Bang, goated. I have no issues with them. Moving on to Tornado. My main issue with Tornado is that she's just very headstrong, very egotistic. I 100% that's a part of her character. So, and I understand that's from Blast and saying that you don't need to counter anyone. Still very annoying. I think she's showing that she might be able to grow now that she just finished fighting Saitama and she lost. So we might see a lot of growth from her, and this might not be an issue in the future, which would be pretty cool. But right now, she's still very egotistic. Huge problem in my opinion. And then last but not least, we have Blast. Blast, I think his character is very well done. I like how we find out that the only reason why he doesn't really pull up every 2 seconds is because he's clearly has very much important thing to do dealing with actual guard. I really have no problems with Blast. Besides, I wish I could see him more, but that's not really that big of a deal. I think that's something we all universally can agree on. Now for everybody's favorite ninja that I definitely didn't forget about, Flashy Flash. Flashy Flash is most likely top 3, top 4 fastest characters in the Force. And realistically, the only issue I have with him is that he's more focused on his technique than he is on when it comes to heroism. Yeah, and with all of that, that's all 17 S class heroes. If you guys have an issue with one of them or may disagree with one of my takes, please write it down. I would love to know your opinion. And with all that, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Peace.